Dr. May here. In this video, we're going to be multiplying mixed numbers. Now, at the very top, I've given us an example of how to convert a mixed number to an improper fraction. You'll notice that I took the denominator of 5 and multiplied by 3, the whole number, to get 15, and then I added the 2 to get 17 on top. Then I kept the same denominator. We're going to need this skill in order to multiply our mixed numbers. Let's take a look at the problem 1. On the left side, you'll see that I have 3 2/5 times 2 1/3. So I want to convert these to improper fractions first. 5 times 3 gives us 15, and 15 plus 2 would give me 17 to go on top of my fraction. Remember, we leave the denominator as is. Then we'll multiply by the second mixed number, but we have to convert it to an improper fraction. So we'll do 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1 gives me 7, and we leave the denominator again. Once you have these converted to improper fractions, we're going to multiply across the top. 17 times 7 will give me 119. And across the bottom, 5 times 3 will give me 15. Now we can convert this back to a mixed number. So we ask ourselves, how many times will 15 go into 119? That's 7. And then we need how many are left over. So there are 14 left over. And we leave the denominator. So again, I ask myself, 15 goes into 119 7 times with 14 left over. 7 becomes the whole number. 14 becomes the numerator. Let's do one more here with problem number 2. We'll convert the 3 3/4 to an improper fraction first. 4 times 3 gives me 12. 12 plus 3 gives me 15. So I have 15 fourths times. Now this 5 is just a whole number, but I'm going to write it as 5 over 1 so that you can easily see the multiplication on the top and the multiplication on the bottom. So 15 times 5 gives me 75, and 4 times 1 gives me 4. Now again, we ask ourselves, how many times does 4 go into 75? And that would be 18, and there are 3 left over. So we have 18 3/4. Now, there are lots of nuances here, but just as a summary, remember, you're going to convert to an improper fraction first. Then you're going to multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. Once you have your answer, then you're going to convert back to a mixed number. Let's take a look at division next. Now, with division, we also have to convert to improper fractions first. So let us do that. We'll take 3 2/5. Remember we did. We'll take 3 2/5 by multiplying 5 times 3 gives me 15. We'll add the 2 gives me 17, and we leave the denominator. Then we'll change 3 1/4 by multiplying 3 times 4 gives me 12, plus 1 gives me 13 fourths. Now, we are going to keep the first fraction alone. We will change the division sign to multiplication, and we will flip the second fraction. So instead of 13/4, now I have 4/13. Keep, change, flip. Now multiply across the top. 17 times 4 will give me 68. And multiply across the bottom. 5 times 13 gives me 65. We can convert this to a mixed number by asking ourselves, how many times does 65 go into 68? That's 1 time with 3 left over. So my answer is 1 3/5. Let's do the same thing with the second problem here. So we'll do 5 times 2, that's 10. 10 plus 1 gives me 11/5. And we divide by 3 over 1. You'll remember when I did multiplication, I wrote the whole number as the numerator over 1. That's going to really help us when we get to that flip stage. So remember our 3-step approach. We keep the first fraction. We change the division sign to multiplication. And we flip the second fraction. So instead of 3 over 1, now I have 1 over 3. And now we multiply across the top. 11 times 1 is 11. And 5 times 3 gives me 15. Now this one, I don't have to convert to a mixed number because it's already a proper fraction. So I hope this helps you with multiplying and dividing mixed numbers. Watch the steps here so that you don't miss one of those. All right, friends. Bye for now.